All right, so we got everything back on the car. Timing is good on the car. I didn't see any leaks underneath. I got the tires back on, but other than that, man, we're good. No leaks on the fuel rail, nothing like that. No leaks here. The only check engine light that we have is for the IECV. We have not bled or done anything with the brakes yet. I just been using like the e-brake to move the car around. So, but yeah, everything is good. Let me go ahead and just turn it on and show you guys. All right, so we got the Honda app open. Let's go here. Trouble codes, clear. Everything should be clear up there. I didn't do anything. All right, so we still have the check engine. Let's see if see what codes we're getting over here. I don't know if this one resets over here as well. Maybe I have to close it. Let's see what we have here over here on this end. So it's showing one code. I don't know. Hold up. Let me clear it again. All right. So the idle air control valve, we already know we got to replace that. And yeah, that's about it, man. So that's how it's running right now. So let me go out here and show you guys. You guys hear that small rev bounce? Making sure that's tight down there. Yeah, so everything's looking pretty good. Again, we just got to do the brakes. Hold on, let me turn this off so you guys can hear me. I think we're gonna go ahead and finalize all this. We're gonna get the ECU back in there, get the glove box back up, the fuse box, this one right here. I think we're gonna go ahead and place it on this side. I made sure that the wires were long enough. It's these two wires right here, that one and that one. We also have to tap power out of there for the EPS, for the electric power steering. And then there's a couple wires at the ECU I believe we got to tap into as well. So we're going to go ahead and do that. And I just want to finalize like the inside of the car, and then I don't have to even think about that anymore. As far as like everything else, we only have one check engine code, which I showed you guys at P1519 idle air control valve, which we could block that off at the throttle body, but honestly I want to keep it, so I'm gonna try my best to find one for a good price. If not, I'll probably have to just buy one or whatever, full price. So yeah, I might just go ahead and do what I got to do, and then I'll come back and show you guys how I wired it and did whatever. So give me maybe an hour or two just to finalize this, wire it up, and then I'll show you guys where I placed everything. All right, so I cleaned up a little bit, and everything's all set now. Again, for the EPS, EPS's electric power steering, some people may not know what I'm talking about, but basically we went from hydraulic to electric, and this came out of a EP3. I got a bunch of videos on my YouTube about this. In the description of my video, I'll leave a 3-part series I made for the RSX. You guys are gonna follow that. Now my box, my BCU, whatever you guys want to call that, this module, I'm just leaving it right there for now. I still got to find a spot. That's kind of how it's looking right now. It's not the nicest yet, but I still got to finalize it. The glove box, I got the wiring right here for the K Pro, and a bunch of fuses in there. I snuck it right back there, back right corner. You know, there's the wiring. And then back here, it's kind of a rat's nest. I still got to organize it a little bit. I was still in the process of testing, but I want to make sure the glove box closed. So that's that right there. This car is super dark because of the tents. This has like limo tents and stuff. I actually have to remove those. Let me back up a little bit so you guys can kind of see. There's the pedals, and it's right up there, just like that. So I tucked it up there. It's kind of the same for the RSX. It's actually a lot better in this car. Wiring is coming right across, just like that. I still have to organize it. All the covers that go underneath and on top are going to cover it, so it's not a big issue. Here's the 60 amp fuse for the BCU, or for the electric power steering. Pretty much for the EPS stuff and the fuse box, I made a bunch of videos. I'll leave some links down below and you guys can follow those. So yeah, so that's that. All that's left to do is for me to show you guys that it actually works. Go ahead and put this back on. Put that one on. Close that door. Oh, God. All right, so here we go. After like 5 to 6 hours of working just on that, go ahead and test it. There it is. One finger, pinky, whatever, doesn't matter. Let's go ahead and back it up a little bit. The IECV is really messing with the car, I think. It like wants to die out. Yeah, I can't really go anywhere, guys. So maybe this weekend we'll be able to drive it. But it's idling very funny. All right, well, that's that. Tomorrow when we come here, we might bleed the brakes and get that situated. But we still have to do the 5 lug in the back. We did the front, we still got to do the back. I have that all in here, and we also have to do the back suspension. And if you guys don't know, we're putting a 0506 suspension with lowering springs. The front isn't that bad, you know, it's pretty low, but we still have to do the back. So we'll be back tomorrow and we'll just continue on this build. Alright, so today's the next day. I had to take off yesterday. Real quick, let me just show you guys. We got the plates. I went ahead and put them on cardboard because right now, because of the whole situation with COVID and stuff, they're not giving out plates right away. You gotta wait like 2 weeks or whatever. I think I told you guys that. And basically it's just paper and you just place them where they're supposed to go. So I got the plates and then I got the registration and all that stuff. I got new high beams. I think these are high beams and these are the low ones, and these are like the turn signals. I don't know, I just brought over what I had and I just matched them up and just grabbed them. As far as fitment, we're doing pretty good. I just wanted to test these and make sure everything was gonna work out. We are hitting down here, like the radiator, a little bit, and it's just the plastic touching, but so far it's not too bad. I think it'll be all right. It's a lot better fitment on this side, but just this side, I don't know, it's just sitting a little funny for me. I'm gonna take the headlights back off, take the bumper off, and we'll go ahead and throw the lamps in and make sure everything works. Turn signals, high beams, low beams, whatever this car has. So far the fitment's pretty good. The gap here is pretty good all the way down. I feel like on this side it could use a little more adjustment. I don't know if you guys can see the gap, it gets a little smaller down here. So I think once we bolt it down below, it's still not bolted down, we can go ahead and fix this gap on this side. And this is just dust that's on here. It's just, I haven't cleaned the car at all. So I still got to cut this some more. You guys see how it's sitting right now? It could still go in. So the cold air intake, I got to cut like right here a little more, just so it doesn't hit. But other than that, man, I think we're doing pretty good. So let's go ahead and get started. So I got the headlight thing figured out. My signal lights weren't working, and it was because I didn't have the hazard button thing plugged in. So if you guys ever run into that issue, make sure this is plugged in. Let me turn them all on. These are all on now. I think these are supposed to be high beams, low, and then turn signals. Same thing over here, and yeah, that's all working. Yeah, so we're all good now. So this side's working, that side's working. Let's go ahead and check the back real quick. That side's working, that's working. Lighting is good, I'm not too worried about that. Let's go ahead and put the bumper back on. Off camera, I did install this little splash thing. I don't know if I'm gonna keep it or not. We might. If it gets in the way, I'll probably just take it off, but I'm gonna go ahead and try and keep it. A lot of you guys are probably wondering about AC. We could always add that later on. That's something I did want to add now. As long as we got the compressor on there, and I got this line here already waiting, I got it zip tied right there. Adding it will be no problem. We'll just do the same thing as the RSX. We'll get the fitting, both lines will come out this way and go inside the fender, like near the battery, and then we'll just land one here and then the other one there, get the fittings and all that. It would be really easy to do. So I'll put the plates on. Well, I can't even call them plates. They're like temp plates or whatever. Wheels are back on. We're gonna go ahead and test it. Like I said, and I've said this in the past, kind of just do like baby steps and make sure that like everything is good. So like I want to make sure like it's running good before I go ahead and like lock in like the axle nuts and all that stuff. They're torqued down, but like before I lock it all down, you know what I'm saying? And then we'll go ahead once everything is driving good and stuff, and we're gonna test drive it right now. I'm just gonna take it for a spin. Obviously no hood on. I don't even know if that's like even illegal to do, not drive around with no hood, but I'm just gonna take it for a spin around the block. I should be all right. I have to find some hood stoppers. I had some and I don't know where I put them. They might be around here somewhere, but I gotta find them. Not quite sure where I put them. If anything, we'll get some at the yard. It's not a big deal. The cover that goes here, the wiper cowl, I think that's what they call it. I know it sounds weird, but that's just what it's called. It's up there. I don't know if you guys can see it. Hold up. It's right up there. And we still have to clean that. We still got to do this plug. Got to extend this one, and that's going to go here to the brake booster or for the fluid or whatever. I think that tells you that the fluid is low or something. I'm not quite sure what this does. So we still got to do that. I just noticed this was broken. This little piece here. Take that out. Let's go ahead and take it for a spin. It's first spin. And again, we don't have brakes. I'm just going to use the e-brake for now. All right. All right, so today's the next day, and we ran into a couple issues yesterday. Well, actually just one issue. It had something to do with the wideband. It wasn't reading on the computer like at all. It was like stuck at like 8.9. And this is the one we have right here. I did buy it secondhand, but I think I messed up the sensor. I ended up messing up the wideband, and I just ordered another one. So that's that. I didn't want to take a chance on the car running too lean or too rich and then just messing up with the engine. So we did so much work and getting everything ready. I just don't want to mess it up by just going for like a little joyride. So we'll give it a couple more days and then we'll take it for a spin. But while we wait for that to arrive, I think we're going to go ahead and move this car forward and start working on the rear suspension. Everything we need for the 5-lug conversion for the rear is in here. I just got to find it. As far as suspension is concerned, we are going to use the 0506 from my RSX. It has ABAC, Sportline, lowering springs, and that should be good enough for this car. So let's go ahead and get this car over there, and then I think I'll just jack this up and get it ready for tomorrow, and we should be able to get started on this. All right, so this was a pain, so I had to pause the video real quick and just deal with this situation. I got it off. I got the wheels off. They're just like some tuner lug nuts. Hold up, let me show you guys. And I didn't have like the hex key or whatever you need for these. It was like one of these. And I don't have the key for these. I don't know if they're all different or they're spaced differently, but I had to use like a size 17 socket to get them all off. We got both sides off. Let me show you guys. So that side's off. Got it jacked up like that. And then I got some jack stands on each side, so don't worry guys, I'm safe. But yeah, that's what we're dealing with right there. So suspension, let's go ahead and grab that. Hold up, let me put this on my head. All right, so this is old from the front. This is the other one from the front. Where is it? That, I don't know what that is. Let's take this out. This we don't need. The old dust shields. So here's one, the other one. All right, this one I think goes here. Get over here. This one's gonna go here. Now, I don't know if I'm gonna replace the whole thing. So if I replace the whole thing, all I need to do is unbolt this one, obviously, and then these three. And that'll be it, right? There's no rear sway bar or nothing. So I think that might be the easiest way to do this, but it might not be. I think the easiest thing to do might be just to unbolt that and this, and drop it down, and then just bolt this right back up. It'll just be 1, 2, 3. But anyways, same thing will be on this side. We'll have to just figure out exactly what we're gonna do. Just remove this, or just, you know, replace the whole thing. I don't know, but we'll figure it out tomorrow. I'll be back. At least we got the wheels off. We got this jacked up, ready to go. I got a couple more jack stands I'm probably gonna place in the back just in case, and yeah, we should be all right. So we'll be back tomorrow. I'll push these in, and yeah, talk to you guys tomorrow. So I think I'm all set for today. I did a lot. This was more work than I thought it would be, but I'm glad we're kind of past it. So here it is. Here's this side. I just got to put the rotor on, put the calipers on, and land the emergency brake. I did get the emergency brake inside. See if I can show you guys. Not sure if you guys are gonna be able to see it, but I got the cables in there. I got them in there, and then just gotta land this one here. Like I said, so far I got 2 of the mounting points on the driver's side to work, so that worked out great. Actually, all 3 I think I was able to use, so that was good. And then we come over here, and I routed the cable the wrong way. It's got to come out this way, so I'm probably gonna just unbolt it right here, swing it around, and then land it back on there. These things look great so far. They're like really smooth, and I hope they, I hope they worked out. This is actually the first Skunk 2 product I use, so hopefully that works out pretty good. Here's the rotor on this side. Thing is perfect. Again, this is a 5-lug RSX Type S 02. Just suspension and everything. This one's from a 06, but it doesn't really matter, I believe. I mean, it fit perfect, so I didn't have an issue with that. But yeah, so far everything's working out great. I did paint the calipers. I think I showed you guys that. Just a nice little silver BHT paint. I think we've used it in the past. Hold on, let me show you guys. This paint right here, just a caliper finish, just a caliper color, and it's just an aluminum finish, and it's made for like calipers and stuff. So that worked out great. I did those, and then these on the bottom. I might give it one more coat before I leave, and then tomorrow it should be good. I think tomorrow, before we throw like the rotors on and like lock everything in, I might go ahead and spray underneath and make sure that looks a little better than what it does now. And then I might clean under here in the wheel well. Same thing on the other side. But so far, man, everything's working out good. And here I still gotta tighten this side, but that's just like minor stuff. So yeah, there it is. A little bit of a mess, but we will be back tomorrow. I'll see you guys.